Hello everyone, my name is Kanika Jindal and I'll be teaching you banking and insurance. The course code for the same is BBA N354. In today's lecture video, we'll be discussing about the following contents, that is the meaning of bank, what is the exact meaning and definition of banking, what are the various functions performed by the banks, and what is the importance of banking. So let's start. So first of all, let's discuss about the meaning of bank. So bank is a financial institution that accepts deposits and provide loans and other financial services. So what is a bank? As you have known about banks, you all must be having an account in a bank. A bank is a place where you can deposit your physical form of paper money and you can convert it into a digital form. So bank is basically an intermediary between the savers and the borrowers, and it also provides various kind of services to its customers. So bank provide you loans and advances and is also playing a very important role in circulating the money throughout the economy. So as you can see on the screen, the definition of bank, it is a financial institution that accepts deposits and provides loans and other financial services to its customers. So when we talk about the role of bank, it acts as an intermediary between the savers and the borrowers, the people who have extra money, spare money to be invested, and the borrowers are the people who need some money for some future venture or for starting some business. Banks also help to mobilize the savings of individual, making funds accessible to businesses and help them to start a new venture. So this is how banks are mobilizing the savings of the savers and getting them and making them accessible to the borrowers or the persons who want to start a new venture or who want to do something productive out of that money. So this was the meaning of bank. So now as you can see, let's discuss about the various functions of banks. So the functions of banks are majorly divided into three types, that is the primary functions, then the agency functions, and then the utility functions. So in primary functions, the acceptance of deposits and lending of funds is included. And then we have agency functions and utility functions. So let us now discuss about all these functions in detail. So first of all, acceptance of deposits. So the main function of a bank is to accept deposits from the public through like saving account, current account, term deposit, etc. And on those acceptance of deposits, the bank provides some interest to the people giving their amount to the bank. So this is how a bank functions. The next function of a bank is lending of funds. Lending of funds can be through cash credit, overdraft, or a term loan. It is basically a primary function of a bank to provide or to lend funds to the people or to the business owners who require funds, who need some funds on a particular rate of interest. So for providing or lending some funds to such people, to such so to the needs of such business owners, then the bank charges some rate of interest to them. Next is the agency functions. So agency functions include various functions like the transfer of funds, collection of checks, payment of bills, portfolio management, etc. These are all various additional functions performed by the banks on behalf of us for our convenience. So for all these functions, bank charges some cost or some convenience fees for which they are doing. It is like a business. It is like charging for a services provided. So these are all agency functions of a bank. Next is utility function. Utility functions include demand draft, locker facility, underwriting of shares, etc. So these are some additional functions performed by the bank for our convenience, for the convenience of the customers. Okay, now let's discuss about the importance of bank. So here you can see in this slide the importance of banking. Let me just clarify what is the difference between bank and banking. As you can see throughout the slides, there are sometimes I have mentioned bank and sometimes I am mentioning banking. So the major difference which you need to understand here is that bank is an office or institution for keeping, lending and exchanging etc. of money. Okay, and banking is a process. Okay, banking is a process of performing the activities of a bank. So I hope I have made you understand the basic difference between the bank and a banking. Bank is basically an institution. It is referring to a organization, an institution, and banking is basically the type of services provided by the bank. So now let's just discuss about various importance of banks. So first here, as you can see, is economic growth. Bank plays a vital role in financing businesses, driving economic development. What does it mean? It means that by lending some amount to the small business owners or the people who want to start their business ventures, bank is basically driving our economic development. So if all people in a country, in an economy are doing good business, are self-dependent, are uh, earning more than a required amount, so it means that the economy is developing. So it helps in the economic growth of a country. Next importance is financial stability. Bank act as a custodian of public money. When we are giving some amount to the bank, when we are lending our money to the bank, so bank is paying us some interest on that and also acting as a custodian of our money. We know that when we are giving some money, when we are transferring some money to a bank account, our money is safe. So it ensures the safety and the stability of our money. Next function is financial inclusion. So banks promote financial inclusion by offering service to all segments of society. So whenever the bank is lending some loan or is asking for advances, when any one person is depositing money in bank never segregates that that particular section of society cannot transfer their money in the account, or we will not lend to such and such person. There is no segregation, there is no differentiation. So basically what banks are doing, banks are promoting financial inclusion by offering services to all the segments of the society. Next importance is monetary policy. So monetary policy here means central banks use banking data. Central bank is the major one bank which is operating, which is controlling all other banks in an economy. So central banks use banking data to implement monetary policy and also to control inflation and interest rate. So all these rates are controlled by the central banks by using the data provided by the commercial banks. Okay, so the conclusion is banking is the lifeblood of a modern economy and it plays a vital role in channeling funds and promoting economic growth. So in today's lecture, we have understood about the meaning of banking, what are the various functions of banking and what is the importance of banking. So I hope I have cleared your doubts and I have made you understood about the definition of banking and various features, functions and importance of banking. Thank you so much and have a nice day.